He does look like he should be in a turtleneck.
I know, right? Turtleneck with glasses or something. Those like
Circular glasses.
right.
Into Gunther and Kevin Owens. So we're going to get a match here. But before the match, we have a backstage segment where Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they are talking backstage. Enter Imperium.
Well, Zayn says he isn't one to say he told you so, but it's nice to see the Usos do what they should have done a long time ago. Well, it was actually Jimmy, but we're still trying to hear about Jay's decision. Because the whole week has been building around Jay choosing the bloodline or Jimmy, his brother, his twin. Of course, Kevin and Sammy are interested in it.
They're invested, yes.
Then he said that it's not his problem anymore, even though it's been his problem since WrestleMania, because he's made it his problem since WrestleMania. Then Kaiser interrupts.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And the look on Owens' face is priceless. It looks like he is so done with Imperium. Kaiser says the bloodline isn't their problem, but as long as they are the tag team champions, Imperium will be their problem. Owens is pissed off about them showing up. Didn't you learn last week? You gotta have your name mentioned before you can just show up. You're breaking the rules.
Yes.
And then Owens said, don't you have some turtleneck shopping to do?
He does look like he should be in a turtleneck.
I know, right? Turtleneck with glasses or something. Those like
circular glasses.
right. And then finally, Gunther arrives. He tells Owens that he needs to control his temper and that he's undisciplined. I'm a disciplined man, and it looks like I need to teach you discipline. And I just thought that was kind of a weaker Guntherism this week.
Yeah, I thought he could have delivered it a little bit better. Like, you lack discipline. Well, guess what? I'm a discipliner.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you in the ass and make you hump or something.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go with, you lack discipline, but you're in luck because I'm the person who teaches discipline. I'm going to teach you some discipline. So yeah, Kevin Owens, he's like, wait, it sounds like you're calling me up for a match. That's great. He walks out to the ring. His music hits. Gunther shortly follows. And we have a Gunther versus Kevin Owens match.
And boy, was it a fantastic match.
Yes, there's a lot of things here. They gave them time to work, and with that time to work, they proved that this is easily, and I don't pat myself on the back or anything, but I did call this a few weeks ago when this all started. I said I'm looking forward to the Kevin Owens Gunther match. They proved that this is a pay-per-view level match. So I was kind of disappointed that it did happen on Raw. And you could say really with no build. It was just an impromptu match.
Well, no, there's been a build. Remember that Imperium, they first approached Zayn and Owens, and then they did the whole, well, we won't be disrespected. Then the next week, Gunther said, hey, I heard you disrespected my boys last week. We ain't going to stand for that. And then, the following week, they had a altercation. So it's been building. Yes. But yeah, you did call it. And it's easily a pay-per-view quality match. I think the finish tainted a lot of it.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the finish. So the finish ends in a roll-up. And again, they got like 15-20 minutes to work this match. So plenty of time. It was slow-paced, hard-hitting, what you expect out of a Gunther and Kevin Owens match. It was more of a, I don't know, wrestling match. There wasn't any like flips and flops.
It wasn't as hard-hitting as his other matches, though. I don't know if Kevin Owens was about that life.
Well, Kevin Owens did a lot to avoid like the chops and stuff, but there was like a shotgun drop kick and the clotheslines.
Right. I mean, when he took the chop, he took him well, and he made Gunther look like $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, there was points where it was almost uncomfortable to watch how Gunther was beating
right.
Like he's clotheslining him, and it's just like, oof, and then Kevin Owens is just like dropping to a heap.
Oh,
man, this is like uncomfortable a little bit. I love it.
Well, in that part where he just stomped on his neck and he just laughed.
Yeah.
I love me some Gunther. But I can't stand the fact that, okay, fine, you have a ref bump. Up to this point, at least from what I've seen, Gunther has not needed Vinci or Kaiser. So I have a problem with them just all of a sudden interfering out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I also have a problem with the roll-up. Gunther, the ring general, does not win by a fucking roll-up.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the finish, but as I thought about it, this technically was champion versus champion, so they did want to protect their tag team champion. You could argue that he shouldn't have been in the match then, but I think that's why they did it. But yeah, this should not have ended in a roll up. Gunther is out of character for him to win via roll up
And with interference.
and with interference.
And I get he's a heel, but I mean, thus far his character has been pretty honorable. He's just been a dick.
Yeah, the match sacred. He's wanting to bring the honor back to this great sport. That's not winning via distraction roll ups. So, very out of character. But, it's a one off. So, I guess it's not too bad. If it starts happening like every week, then it's a problem. But
I'm waiting for it, man. I'm waiting for the WWE to just completely fuck him up, especially if he's on Vince's wheelhouse. But we'll see.
People say that. Yeah, I thought about that. We even had that report on the show that Vince was going to bury Gunther. And I thought about it, and I said, wait a minute. Gunther's undefeated for one. So, even under Vince, he was undefeated. That's for one. Number two, Vince was the one that put the Intercontinental title on him. That was still under Vince's regime.
Right.
Now, maybe it's true that he was souring on him, but he still started the whole push of it.
I'm not even talking about that. It's just, I don't know if Vince's creative direction suits Gunther. Vince is more entertainment. If we're going based on the premise that, SmackDown is Triple H's and Raw is Vince's, I think Triple H would know what to do with him from a wrestling standpoint.
That's true. Now, you'll probably not like to hear this, but there was this little conversation. I wasn't in it, but this conversation did happen on the Twitter. They started to have the conversation that maybe Gunther is boring.
Of course he's boring.
Like, maybe he does need the sports entertainment part of it. Him
No.
putting on big matches or, banger matches. Maybe that's not the best for TV, and maybe...
Are you fucking kidding me? The best thing that he did last week was tell Riddle that he was going to embarrass him, and that's fun for him. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you, and it's going to bring me so much joy.
I'm not saying I agree.
I'm just telling dumbest you. Shit. People on the internet are so fucking retarded.
I'm just telling you what the Twitterverse is saying. What
Gunther,
the IWC is saying. So they're starting to turn on the whole Gunther ideas because they're saying he's boring.
Gunther is easily the best thing in wrestling right now. The best thing.
I was just going to say, but we've curated an audience that are not idiots, and they know that that is not true. And Gunther, yes, is right behind Roman Reigns. He's the best thing on TV.
I think he's better than Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns obviously has the best story, but I would rather watch a Gunther match over a Roman Reigns match any day of the week. That's just me, though.
Well, we're talking about matches. I'm talking about, story-wise.
Yeah, well, Gunther's not in a story. He's just, he kind of seems to be bouncing around telling people he's got to beat the fuck out of him, and he does it. How is that boring? Gunther's a big Austrian son of a bitch that just tosses people around and imposes his will. And he says he's going to win, and he wins. And he takes himself seriously, and he takes what he does seriously. How is that boring? I'm sorry that he doesn't come out in a fucking box of Fruit Loops.
with painted nails?
With painted fucking nails and flip-flops. And a goddamn scooter.
Oh, now we're doing a direct hit. We were just talking in general. Now it seems like we're on a direct hit here.
Yeah, and we have a world champion that has painted fucking fingernails, and you're telling me that Gunther's boring.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the O. He just has...
That's not his fault.
His brutality.
He does have a bad theme song. Gunther! He's Gunther! It sounds like something South Park would write.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They should... I was a fan of the Symphony 9, I believe was the name of it.
Something like that, yeah.
But, and the funny thing is I went and watched on the WWE's YouTube channel, his old entrance with Symphony 9. Mm-hmm. And really, and you can see in because when you go on YouTube, you can see where the audience drops off, and it's right after the little opening notes. Everybody drops off, so you get the dun 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 dun, and then it'll play through, and then everybody drops off. So it's oh well, I mean that is the only part of the song you need, though.
True.
Just loop that through.
Yeah, he definitely needs a theme song makeover.
But yeah, it's just something interesting I saw a brewing.
That's not interesting. That's stupidity. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Well, we're in our own universe. We have our fans. They have their own likes and dislikes. They like what we like, of course, because they're smart fans.
And that's great. But you cannot say that Gunther is objectively awesome and great. You cannot tell me that he's boring. And the fact that his quote unquote boring is part of what makes him so great. He's a fucking wrestler. He doesn't dance around. He doesn't have some fucking chick from New York saying she's Puerto Rican. He doesn't have a solo cup. He doesn't fucking, I don't know, put face paint on. He doesn't have a fucking deer losing matches for him.
He's not sports entertainment.
No.
Not yet.
Kaiser is.
Yeah.
So
Kaiser himself is the sports entertainment act of it.
Yeah. So Kaiser is like his little, I don't know, manifestation of sports entertainment. He can do the goofy shit for Gunther.
Well, speaking of Kaiser, we go to a backstage segment with Matt Riddle. He's being interviewed. He says something ridiculous. He says, I'm tired of Gunther cheating every week to retain his title.
See, he doesn't even watch the fucking show.
And
he's too busy smoking dope.
As you said, as I said, the thing about Gunther is he doesn't cheat. He wins clean. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
And
he's a heel who wins clean.
Yeah, and here we got Matt Riddle talking about he's cheating every week and I'm tired of it. Like, what are you even talking about? Who wrote that into the script? Vince. But yeah, he says that he's tired of Gunther cheating every week, and in walks Kaiser and Vinci, and Kaiser says that he should stop disrespecting the Ring General, and Matt Riddle says, what are you going to do about it? And then Kaiser, he says, no, what are you going to do about it? As he pushes Matt Riddle on his shoulders. And mind you, there's two people of Imperium here. He pushes Riddle and says, what are you going to do about it? And Riddle attacks Kaiser. He throws him over a production crate, and then he gets Giovanni Vinci in a ankle lock, and you have officials. They run in, they try to pull Matt Riddle off of the ankle lock. He won't let go, and then they finally pull him away from the ankle lock. So we got this more vicious side of Riddle. It wasn't the
fuck.
Yeah,
we're getting Gunther and Riddle now.
Yeah, it's coming.
I was hoping that maybe because Owens and Gunther had such a barn burner that they would kind of forget and let Riddle go sniff cocaine off of a porn star's ass.
Which he would enjoy.
He would enjoy, yeah. I would enjoy it too, because he would be off my fucking TV screen.
Well, he's posting the daily Instagram pictures of him and the prawn stars left and right. He's got
good for him.
He had a picture with like two of them talking about he was about to have a threesome. Why he's putting this on the internet, I don't know, but he did.
Charlie Sheen had porn stars too. Look what happened to him. Good luck, Riddle.